Hello, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. Today we will do what we always do. We will harvest lots of sugar canes to get lots of paper. Actually, we might even start to walk to the village in the desert to trade with the librarians. But first, I need to feed the cat, so let's grab a salmon. I think it's time for a salmon again. Cat seems to be excited. Hey, I got your favorite fish. Yes, your favorite fish. You're not interested in? I guess you are now interested in. Alright, here, have your fish. And the cat starts to purr right away. So salmon, definitely the cat's favorite fish. Well, that's cool. That's very nice. Let's do a quick check. Everything is still in order, if everything is still in good shape. I at least don't see some random blocks of dirt placed by an enderman or so that's good. That's very good. So yeah, let's start harvesting some sugar canes, and soon we will head off to the village. Just need to be careful that I'm not creating some more librarians. This is really a strange phenomenon, what is going on there. That I now have 4 librarians and only 2 lecterns. So that's strange. But oh well. Before I need to worry about that, I have to gather some more paper. As you might guess, the weather is still super hot. We are still having the heat wave. I was talking about the potential end of said heat wave in the middle of this week, but the weather forecast changed, so the temperature will continue to be high. Ooh, instant sugarcane will continue to be hot. There is a higher chance of thunderstorms toward the end of the week though. We'll see how everything pans out. I must admit that I would rather prefer not having thunderstorms towards the end of the week. Not only because there's one event we have to secure at the weekend as medics. An outdoor event, a sports event. So it would be bad when there are some strong showers of rain. I wouldn't enjoy that one. Also, thunderstorms mean rain. And thunderstorms also mean high humidity. I currently prefer the... Did I just break some? Yes, here. I definitely prefer the dry heat as we do have right now. It's still exhausting. It's very exhausting, but it's not as awful as this high humidity heat. So please, no thunderstorms toward the end of the week. That would be good. Oh, would be very good. Speaking of exhaustion, the high temperatures are really exhausting, especially when training. Last week was the recovery week, so last week was okay-ish with that high temperature, but now getting back is the wrong word, but continuing with the normal progress week, it's just crazy. It's super crazy. Yesterday I did a little bit more than 23-kilometer long run. 23.5, 0.7, I don't know. Something beyond 23 kilometers. And if I would have been required to rate the level of exhaustion of that run, I would have said it would have been on the level of a 30-kilometer run or something like that. So there was definitely an increase in the level of exhaustion thanks to that heat. So yeah, it's really crazy. This morning it was a little bit better. We only had the air temperature according to the weather forecast was 18 degrees Celsius. The environment still was super much heated up. It's very interesting to observe and to feel how important some vegetation, some greenery is. Wednesday is a recovery run. Well, recovery run. It's definitely a slow run, and I use this to also run a little bit towards the center of the city to see the old fortress, the old castle, and some other historic buildings which just make the run look a little bit more interesting. But when being inside of the city, it felt so hot. As soon as I got out of the city during the second half of the run, I was just surrounded by nature. It felt so much better. So there you can really notice how important some vegetation is, especially for this hot time, for the summertime, to have at least somewhat of a retreat from this craziness. It was also kind of nice as they are the sugar canes I was looking for. We are really approaching the time that we can start heading out to the village. Today's run, on the one hand thanks to the slower pace, but also thanks to a slight breeze, was kinda refreshing. I mean, refreshing is maybe the wrong word, but after my t-shirt was completely soaked, and there was a slight breeze, I had somewhat of a cooling effect, which actually felt quite nice. So the run itself turned into somewhat of more than like a recovery run. It was like a recovery from that heat or so. So it felt way more comfortable running than being at home and doing nothing or so. This was interesting. So I really enjoyed today's morning run. Yeah, the heat is just increasing the intensity of everything. It also results in some new creative approaches to training. Today the second workout is a strength endurance workout, which results in lots of burpees and lots of squats. Many squats. I think a number of squats most people wouldn't survive, but that's besides the point. Okay. Yes. Inventory is full. I guess I can leave the fishing rod behind. Ooh, I got even some more. I got some fish. Interesting. Here, my plush pickaxe. So, okay, I think we will move out. Why do I have paper here? Most likely because the bed has to be there. Yeah, okay. It's not worth leaving now. Oh, that's bad. So I think I will sleep. I will harvest some sugar canes, then sleep in the cabin. In the morning I will get the horse to the park, because we found out that the horse is safe there. Then I will start walking towards that desert village. Just have to remember getting some sand there that I can fill in this one hole I created back in the days. Yeah, on Saturday, as said, there will be a rugby event we are securing. Never really watched real life, well, in person, in reality, not on TV or so, but really up close, a rugby event. So, well, that's I guess cool. I guess, I hope, I don't know. We'll see. So there are always some interesting new experiences I can make and see. So that's going to be interesting. Let's I think it's time to go to bed. So that's going to be interesting. I started to do some preparations for the upcoming journey to Iceland. Midst of September, I will be traveling to Iceland. This is going to be cool, returning to Iceland. Not only that this will result in lots of experiences, but it will also result in lots of things to talk about, I guess, here in the coffee break. But anyways, I started with some initial preparations. On the one hand, I wanted to have a new batch of contact lenses. I do have a contact lens subscription at my local Enderman. not at my local Enderman, at my local optician. And yeah, they give me always a badge for half a year, and the subscription also includes not free because I have to pay the subscription, but it includes a biannual checkup of my eyesight, which is kind of cool. So they check the eyesight before ordering a new batch of contact lenses. I got everything, I'd say. And so yeah, I went there to get the biannual check and to order new contact lenses, because I get new contact lenses in March and in September, but this would mean if I wouldn't take care of the new order in time, I wouldn't have any spare contact lenses for that journey, because I would use the last batch, the last pack of contact lenses at the start of September, and then yeah, I wouldn't have backup, and I really like to have at least one pack of contact lenses with me as some kind of backup in case something happens. So yeah, I went there yesterday. They checked the eyesight, and it turns out I see. Ooh, hi. Hi. I think I'll let you be. Just enjoy the time there, Mr. Enderman. Mr. Creeper, I'm sorry. And it turned out I see more than actually exist, because I do have an eyesight with both eyes of 200%, so I see twice as much as there actually is in the world, which is kind of cool. And I have an eyesight of 160% per eye, which is also cool. So even with one eye, I see more than there actually is. I can see everything. So yeah, this was interesting and cool. I also started to research a little bit how to travel with a big backpack. I mean, normally I use my big backpack when traveling by train or so, but I find the thing kind of convenient in comparison to your regular suitcase. So I was thinking I want to use my big trekking backpack also for traveling to Iceland. But there's the problem with it's the backpack is bigger than cabin bag size. So I wouldn't be able to get inside of the cabin with that backpack unless the flight is not fully booked, but I doubt that the flight is not fully booked. So I would assume there's not much space in the cabin. Also, there was not a super special business class is cheaper than economy class offer, like I had the luck with my journey to Copenhagen. So I'm not even business class level, which reduces my chances to get through with some things that are normally not accepted. And yeah, so I was researching how to best prepare your backpack for flying, because I mean there are so many straps and so on, and also the backpack, the outer layer is, I guess, not made for being thrown everywhere and on the ground and whatnot. I don't trust this ground personnel of an airport not so much. I think they're kind of careless when it comes to handling your luggage. It turned out that I mean, at first I was thinking I could use some kind of garbage bag. So the garbage bag like they are in a do-it-yourself store that are a little bit more robust, a little bit thicker. But then I learned, okay, you need to, it needs to be grabbable to some degree. So you need to add some kind of grip to it. And yeah, I mean, it would be still a way to go, I feel, to go for such a garbage bag. But I also learned that there are special backpack bags. So basically it's a ginormous bag where you can put in your backpack and protect it that way. I think this sounds kinda convenient. I just did this. I just did a short research yesterday in between the events of the track and field world championship. I mean that's kind of cool. This currently they are the track and field world championships in Hungary, and I'm really enjoying watching these things, at least when I do have the time. So, ooh, interesting. So I was just doing some research in between some events where the moderators were discussing things I don't care about. I mean, this is always so sad. I'm just interested in the events. I'm just interested in the sports. I'm not interested so much in, hey, what German athlete is good or bad, or where do German athletes have a good chance to get a medal. I do not care at all about the nations. I just care about the competition itself, about the sports. So, yeah, I feel sometimes even a little bit offended by the broadcast. Unfortunately, there's no other way to watch it unless traveling to Hungary and buying a ticket or so. Anyway, so I just did a short research, and I think I will continue doing this research later today. figuring out... Oh, I just realized I did not finish my personal training topic. I started with the heat, but I will come back to this in just a second. So yeah, I did some short research, and now later on I will check if there are indeed bags that have the size of my backpack. So I have to take some measurements, then look up whether there are these bags available in the right size. I would assume they are. So this would, I guess, be even superior than buying a batch of garbage bags or so. If this fails, I can always buy some garbage bags and somehow wrap my backpack in it. Yeah, so I'm already in the process of doing some preparations for that one. I'm not so sure what to actually bring. This feels so weird. As of right now, I'm trying to somehow survive the heat. So I can't even imagine packing something for Iceland where temperatures might be, I don't know, let's say between 5 to 15 degrees Celsius. Maybe even lower. I'm not quite sure how this pans out. But I'd say most of the time, I guess I will experience temperatures between 5 to 15 degrees Celsius. I can't even imagine what to bring. And also with lots of moisture and rain and wind and whatnot. So yeah, it feels weird thinking about that. Being currently exposed to the super hot environment. Yeah, so right. I wanted to complete my personal training thing. The heat not only makes training itself more chaotic, like today, where I said this is the strength endurance day, and I think I'm not really in the mood with this high temperature to do really a long strength endurance training. So I'm thinking I like to try out using some weights. Normally I don't do weights. I'm just doing own body weight exercises. But maybe adding some weights to my squats to reduce the number of squats and just make each squat more effective, or however you want to call it. I feel this could be the better solution. Then yes, of course, every squat will be more exhausting. That's not a bad. Will be more. Yeah, will just be more exhausting, require more energy. But when I can reduce the number of squats, I think in the end I will just feel better. Because it's less repetitions, and less repetitions in this kind of weather is always good. So yeah, the heat also results in some new approaches and new ideas. Yes, for yesterday's long run, I was even thinking like, okay, I need to get these. I need to use these shoes that I normally use for the marathon preparation long runs. So where it's a long run at marathon pace or so, just to motivate myself to be in hey, it feels so light. Running feels so light thanks to the shoes that it's not so bad with the heat. And yeah, so it results in some new approaches, which is not so bad. So there's even some advantage in these hot days. All right, the moon has risen. It's the end of the second night. It's also the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed this very episode, and I hope you will be joining me next time Yes, chicken. You're right. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sebbi. Until next time, see you!